Lock in
Stay sharp.
and get ready for the grind.
This is
This is
Aim
Aim
Drifts,
Drifts, where every
where
shot
every shot
counts.
counts. Welcome to Aim Drifts, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about clan tags.
No, last episode we talked about gamer tags and we gave you a little in depth where we came from with our tags. Clan tags, that's a whole nother ball game. That isn't just you anymore. That is you and your friends, your partners, your teammates, your allies. What is your clan and what is your clan tag? What does it mean to you guys?
Also, how do you go from a simple clan tag to an international brand recognized by millions? Let's dive into the evolution of gaming identities.
So you go ahead and you take the lead on this one, brother.
So, we're going to talk about informal clan tags in casual gaming to a globally recognized name of esports organization. We're going to look at different names that carry identities, branding, and community pride. So, with a lot of people, clan tags is like a group of friends that typically you put a clan tag up and you guys run together, play together. These are usually used in various multiplayer games, especially first person shooters. We'll dive into those a little bit more here in a little bit. But the other side of that is using clan tags for professional esports. So we've got clans, which are basically the different esport teams. So they put that on their tag. They don't. I don't think they really do that too much anymore, but used to in the beginning of esports, they used the clan tag an awful lot to make sure that people knew who they were, what they represented, and I mean, still to this day, the name of the team is pretty well their clan tag. So
Yeah. I've never really followed the esports aspect of it too much. I've always just been kind of, I want to play and have fun. If I get a fire team together, yeah, all right, let's create that clan. Let's go into matches and, show that we are a team. We're not just a random set of noobs, in a lobby.
yeah, and it's really interesting, the choices of letters people use to spell out words and different things that they want to use as their clan tag.
Always trying to either shorten it or pass some sort of a filter.
So next we're going to talk about the birth of clan tags. What are clan tags? Short identifiers placed before and after players, users in games like Counter-Strike, Halo, and Call of Duty, used to represent a group of players or gaming. Do you want to go ahead and talk about the origins?
The Some of the earlier multiplayer games, for example, Quake and Unreal Purpose, they had some of the first clan tags. I remember when we were younger, Halo. Halo was really big as it first started coming into the competitive shooters. We had our clan tag. I can't remember for the life of me what it was at the time. It was probably something goofy. But those early shooters is really where it starts.
Yeah, and from my knowledge, it starts between the late 1990s and the early 2000s. Really made a sense of belonging and team identity for those.
It definitely fostered a sense of belonging for people. I know for us, we were always in the same area, in the same room, playing competitively against each other.
We sure did. We held a lot of tournaments at the house.
Yes. I was never any good at that. I really wasn't. I think that's why I have such I started my disdain for PvP. And
Yeah.
yes, folks, I am going to say it. I prefer, co-op PvE games over PvP any day of the week. That's not to say I won't get into a match with somebody under fair rules. But nowadays you got these shooter games out there, you get caught out there where everyone's cheating. And the PvP aspects, it's not even
Speaking of
PvP anymore.
speaking of Call of Duty, they have talks about a new anti-cheat because they are losing player base because of that situation. I'm gonna have to dig deeper on that, but I do know for a fact there's rumor has it that they are looking at a new anti cheat system. How long it'll take them to implement it, I have no idea. But
The better question is how long is it going to take for somebody to figure out a way around it and still cheat again?
if you want me to be honest, this is my personal opinion. This does not reflect anything other than my opinion. I think somebody inside the company has leaked how to do it, and they're making a buck on the side. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like, yes, there are people out there that are good at what they do, and there are some really good hackers out there. But I think with this aspect, you got to know what system you're messing with.
Yeah.
So, but we won't dive into that too deeply. Let's get back to the clan tags. So the rise of esport teams. So as competitive gaming grew, clans evolved into structured teams. Some examples of this, or an example of this, is SK Gaming, founded in 1997, transitioned from a casual clan to a professional esports team. Professionalization. Early leagues like Major League Gaming, MLG, and Cyber Athlete Professional League, CPL, required formalized team structures. Players signed contracts, adopted team branding, and sought sponsorship. So, do you want to go ahead and run through the naming evolution?
If I can find
Should be line 58.
see branding, I see the esports playing like phase.
Yep. Right above that it says naming evolution. So the sentence modern name like phase, that sentence right above it's where you start.
Okay, see, for me, it goes branding as a business, and then esports teams operate like I think
Nope, you need to go up one section.
because that is segment 3.
No, you need to go right above segment 3. Should say naming evolution.
Naming evolution. Some of the early teams often reflected clan culture and tags like 3D for the team 3D. Modern names like Phase or Cloud9 emphasize branding and marketing.
Marketability, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't really have a whole lot I can touch on with esports personally.
So, with the esports, branding as a business, esport teams operate like traditional sports franchises, investing in logo designs, merchandise, and media preferences. Example, Face Clan's transition into a lifestyle brand. The role of naming. Names must be memorable, global, and resonate with fans. Example, 100 Thieves blends gaming with fashion and culture. They do have some pretty cool gear that I've seen. 100 Thieves is one of the Call of Duty teams. I think they have other teams, but the one I'm familiar with is the Call of Duty one.
Okay. I'll have to look into them. Maybe actually try to give esports a chance and actually try to watch some of it.
One of these days we might do that. Just watch one together, and typically, like we could do something like this where we're not recording, and we could do like a watch together type situation. Sponsorships, marketability. Teams like Team Solo Mid have secured multi-million-dollar deals with brands like Lenovo and BMW. Esport names are tied to revenue streams from sponsorships, merchandise, and tournament sources.
So hold on a second. These guys got a brand dealership, a brand sponsorship with BMW. What are they gonna do? Put Solo Mid down the side of a vehicle?
No, actually, the way it would work is it kind of depends on what game they're playing. Technically, they usually just put it on their jersey. So typically, esport jerseys look a lot like race car drivers' uniforms.
Oh,
So
okay.
all their brands would be on their uniform.
Patchwork
Some
collection.
Sometimes they have a backdrop with all of their brands on it. But typically, they only use the brands when they're actually playing in tournaments. Sometimes they'll do like little commercials in their streams and stuff if they stream. Because as we all know, not all esport players stream. Most of them do, but not all of them do.
Okay, so
Uh,
they they got a deal. It's like, hey, we'll give you X amount of money, but you got to put our logo behind you every time you're on camera.
yep, pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
that's typically how it works. And to be honest, that's kind of how it works for most things when it comes to brand deals. It just kind of depends on what they're asking for, and it's kind of like a contract. So if you don't like what they're talking about, or you don't really want to do the method that they want you to do, you guys can kind of bounce back and forth and talk about it and try to change it, or you always have the opportunity to say no.
Wonder how many of these esports teams have been approached by a brand or something that they just don't vibe with and have told them no, or have chosen to take one for the team and take that sponsorship just for the money, even though they don't really care for the product.
Well, see, typically the team's owned by someone, and then you have like a coach or something like that. It's set up, structured just like any other sport. There's an owner, a coach, and then the team players. The team players don't normally have a say so in that. Typically, the team owner picks the sponsors, but the sponsors are going to be what get them the gear to be able to play the game, whatever game it is that they're playing in a tournament in.
Okay, see, again, that's something I really didn't know much about. Has never been a big sports guy. That was always your department.
Yeah, I'm not a big sports guy either. I just there's certain ones I'll watch and certain games I'll watch. Like I'll be watching the Super Bowl here in a little bit.
Well, you
So
just dated this video,
it's okay.
but
Doesn't
I
matter.
mean, yeah. I mean, who is in the Super Bowl this year? Isn't it the Eagles and Chiefs?
Yep. It's the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs again.
Well, your nephew would be happy. Yeah. When it comes to esports, I really don't. I'm kind of dead in the water here.
Yeah, I watch it a little bit, but I'm not like super to esports. I'll watch a few here and there if I've got nothing better to do. But back into the segment
Back,
here.
yeah, back into the clan tags.
Challenges in naming and rebranding. Rebranding stories. Example of a rebranding story is Evil Genius rebranded to modernize their image while keeping their legacy intact. Losing connection with older fan base or confusing audiences.
See, I can understand the struggle behind trying to rebrand. You got it's a lot like trying to change your gamer tag. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
There's a lot
And
that goes into that.
yeah, and one of those things is, disputes with trademarks over names and logos.
Yeah.
Uh, you could end up with a legal battle on your hands.
Who knows? Maybe one of these days
Copycats.
I'll have to change Juggerdoc.
Culturally sensitive. Teams expanding globally must consider how their names are perceived in different cultures. Customization and personal branding. Rise of individual player brands such as Booga, the Fortnite World Cup champion. As we all know, he did have some merchandise in the Five Below stores. That was some pretty decent gear for a budget. Integration of gamer tags and esport names. Ninja becoming a household name known by everyone. Most everyone, I should say. And would you like to go into global expansions?
Global expansions. Global expansions, team targeting and international audiences throughout exclusive naming and branding strategies. For example, T1 success in both Quora and global markets, digital spaces and NFTs. I don't understand NFTs. I don't.
Yeah, it's a loss for me.
We've
Future
got.
teams
Go ahead.
Future teams may integrate blockchain based identities and NFT merchandise tied to their names. So, what's the coolest and funniest clan tag you've ever seen? If you could name your own esports team, what would it be and why? Make sure you guys drop those answers in the comments. If you guys can't find the comments on the application that you're listening on, please make sure to hit us in the Instagram.
Yeah, I think I'll try to answer this question too. If I had an esports team, what would it be and why? And I have a name that comes to mind, but I almost guarantee I would be shut down. I would not be allowed to use it. And may catch some flack from this. I hope not. I hope everybody can understand that it's purely a joke at my part. But FEMA.
Don't think you could use that solely for the fact that it's copyrighted and trademarked. But
Oh, I know it. Like I said, I know I would get shut down, but that's the first thing that comes to mind is like, if I'm gonna have a clan, I'm the Juggerduck. What better name than FEMA?
Mine's always gonna be. Mine was always thought to be like Black Crow of Indiana, solely for the fact that we all know that those Indiana Beach commercials
Oh God, yeah.
with the crow. There's more than corn in Indiana.
Not much.
No, not much at all.
Orange traffic cones.
So just to talk about what we've kind of talked about today, clan tags laid the foundation for today's esports names. The evolution reflects gaming journeys from casual fun to professional industries.
I've always been more for the casual fun.
Game on.
Stay sharp.
We'll
We'll
see
see
you
you
in
in
the
the
next
next
match.
match.